What good has Donald Trump done? Allowed our military to field test a bunker buster on ISIS leadership. First Step Act. Even if he only signed it as a favor for Kim and Kanye.
He passed a bill that allows terminally ill patients to try non-FDA-approved treatments for their illnesses. It's good that these people can try different things to help themselves when all else fails. He legalized the growing of hemp. The level of public engagement in the political sphere is at an unprecedented high. I think more people being politically aware is a good thing. He just signed that bill to clean up garbage in the ocean. That was pretty nice. Edit: the fact that my most upvoted comment is me defending Trump is a stain on my existence.
Space Force.
He helped Kevin when he was lost in the hotel in Home Alone 2.
He was the only world leader to approve the sale of actual weapons to Ukraine. Everyone's worried about Russia this Russia that, yet when Russia illegally invaded Ukraine and illegally annexed Crimea, the world didn't do shit and every single world leader refused to sell badly needed weapons to Ukraine. I know tensions have simmered down now, but if Russia tries anything in Ukraine again, they will have to contend with the best portable anti-tank weapon system in the world, the Javelin anti-tank weapon system. Back in 2014, Ukraine was badly in need of portable anti-tank weapon systems capable of destroying modern Russian tanks and other armored vehicles. The most comprehensive criminal reform in decades. Many people have been set free.
He took a lot of troops out of the Middle East.
He's inspired a massive increase in civic engagement. And he's done more than anyone to expose the insidious corruption in our system and the flaws in our democratic processes.
Deleted.
I don't support the knob, but he did sign the Forever GI Bill, which allows me to keep my education benefits for life for service in the military, USA. Urban Housing Development Act.
Some policies I hope most could get behind. The Right to Try Act if you are considered terminally ill or close to it. This bill gives you access to experimental drugs that may help your condition. The First Step Act gives our criminal justice system more heart and attempts on focusing on rehabilitation and lowering recidivism. Reports state we are close to becoming energy independent in the near future. This is undeniably important when it comes to foreign affairs, allowing us to take a more hands-off approach if desired. New trade deal with Canada and Mexico to replace NAFTA. More protections for us workers. Also has potential benefits for wage increases for workers in Mexico and Canada. Having NATO countries pay their fair share per the agreement, resulting in an increase of $100 billion spent this past year by allies. Acknowledging China as our number one threat, and the economic imbalance and issues we currently have with them. IP theft is a big issue, and is part of the reason why China has been able to grow like they have. Although no trade deal is in place, I think many can get behind the idea of leveling the playing field. Implementation of steel tariffs to counteract Chinese dumping of steel. Chinese steel is subsidized by their government, as it is a long-term goal to put adversaries' production means out of business. These tariffs grew our steel industry here, which is necessary for long-term national defense. If you cannot readily make steel, you cannot readily go to war. The Child and Daycare Tax Credit allows for parents to receive a tax credit for a percentage of the cost spent on daycare and childcare, thus making it easier for mothers to return to the workforce. Trade deal with Japan and South Korea, which attempt to level the playing field for us companies in attempts to grow jobs at home. Freeing of foreign-held prisoners without using ransom or military force. Declared the opioid crisis as a national emergency, and additionally prodded China to sentence to death any drug dealer, trafficker that ships fentanyl into the US. More people have died from the opioid crisis than died in Vietnam War. I wish we could solve this problem more, but strides are being made.
A lot more average Americans are voting on both sides. It's made politics pretty crazy and interesting.
Exposed our corrupt government.
As far as the thing he's done, I support his decision to back Guaido in Venezuela.
Addressing the espionage and trade threat posed by China.
He killed the TPP. which was a pile of shit that was written by multinational corporations to screw everybody over.
WTF. How did this thread survive on Reddit?
He withdrew from the Trans-Pacific Partnership. That was good from a certain point of view. Pulled out of the TPP, the document everyone was signing but no one knew about. Fuck you. He's made people show their true colors fully. Edit. Thanks for the gold. I made this 2 years ago. If I am missing anything or there are better links, let me know and I'll update. I already noticed one broken link. 1980, October. Donald Trump selected Barbara Ress to become the first woman to ever be put in charge of supervising the construction of a skyscraper. Source: NY Daily News. http: archive.is/z6dt6. 1986, May. Trump voluntarily took over and saved the Central Park ice skating rink. Finished ahead of schedule and under budget. Source: Forbes. http: archive.fo/ojs3p. 1986, September. Trump helped prevent foreclosure on a family farm whose owner had committed suicide to try to save his land. Source: Neat. http://archive.is/duasg. 1986, October. Trump receives the Ellis Island Medal of Honor as awarded each year in celebration of patriotism, tolerance, brotherhood and diversity. This is where the picture of him with Rosa Parks and Muhammad Ali came from. Source: Snopes. http: archive.is/hdw. 1988, July. Trump's private jet carrying a critically ill 3-year-old Jewish boy from California to New York for medical treatment. Source: Snopes. http: archive.is/ivz. 1990, April. Trump called on the family at its home after their son, Ryan White, died of AIDS at age 18. Source: Neat. http://archive.isq4h2u. 1991, November. Trump leaps from his limo to stop a mugger beating a man with a baseball bat. http: archive.is/yite3. 1991, November. Trump speaks in front of the House Task Force on urgent fiscal issues to discuss the credit shortage in the US and whether it is stifling America's economic recovery. Source: CSPAN. https: youtube.be/rksdat-afso. 1992, December. Trump helps lost boy find the hotel lobby. Source: Hughes Entertainment. https: youtube.be/38lfpavnh24. 1997, April. How Trump fought anti-Semitism and racism in Palm Beach 2 decades ago. Source: Spectator, WSJ. http: archive.is/tvkaq. 1997, November. Donald Trump and Mel Farr team up to help young Detroit artists appear at Carnegie Hall. Source: PR Newswire. http: archive.is/k37b. 2000, February. Donald Trump's advocate interview where he defends gays, Mexicans. Source: Advocate. http: archive.fo/f1po. 2000, December. Donald Trump helps little girl with bone disease. Source: Clip from Maury Show. https: youtube.be/u20dmf9k3s. 2001, September. Donald Trump was at Ground Zero after the September 11th attacks. He sent over 200 of his own people to look for survivors in the wreckage. Source: NBC. https: youtube.be/zixijachis6i. 2006, October. Donald Trump's flagpole got fined $1,250 per day. He sued the city citing the First Amendment. Eventually they cut a deal. $100,000 that benefited Iraq War veterans, the American flag and or the local VA hospital. Source: Snopes. http: archive.is/ok7k. 2006. December. Trump gives Miss USA Tara Conner a second chance after she fails a drug test. Source: Fox News. http archive.is/archive. 2008. August. Donald the Benevolent. Trump saves Ed McMahon's home. Source: Business Insider. http archive.is/s5. 2008. November. After Jennifer Hudson's mother, brother, and nephew were murdered, Trump sheltered her and her family at the Trump International Hotel in Tower free of charge. Source: People. http archive.is/Zyjani. 2010. May. 6 years later, Trump honors a 2010 promise to use Newton Business if he ran for president. Source: via iowa.com. http archive.is/ffqmc. 2011. June. Robert Kraft says after his wife died, Trump called every week for a year to console him. Source: Business Insider. http archive.is/3fh67. 2011. November. Trump and his siblings gave a $1 meal gift to the hospital that treated their parents. Source: hss.edu. http archive.is/dnaru. 2013. November. Trump offered a $10,000 reward to the Buffalo bus driver who stopped a young woman from leaping off a bridge to her death in 2013. Source: Fox News. http archive.is/a5cux. 2014. November. After Sergeant Andrew Tehmuresi was released from a prison in Mexico, Donald sent him $10,000 to help get him back on his feet. Source: IJR. http archive.is/tvbdj. 2016. April. Donald Trump makes $100,000 donation to 9/11 Museum. Source: NBC. http archive.is/4waqf. 2016. August. Trump appoints new campaign manager, Kellyanne Conway, who would go on to be the first female campaign manager of a successful presidential campaign. http archive.is/poc2t. 2017 profile. A quick look at Donald Trump's philanthropy, health, human services, NYC community, and many others. Source: Inside Philanthropy. http archive.is/9shwi. 93-page list of Trump's charitable contributions over the last 5 years. http archive.is/var7u. Donald Trump kept the Harlem Hoops program alive after learning the man who ran it was killed during the September 11th attacks. His name was removed from their site before I started archiving links to preserve the data that was being removed. http www.slamjamwbc.org/ Donald Trump launches Fund Anything, a Kickstarter clone meant to bring crowdfunding to the masses. http allthings.com/200508/Donald-Trump-launches-fund-anything-a-kickstarter-clone-meant-to-bring-crore. Defunding to the masses. Also, if you missed this thread on Reddit, we obviously can't prove any of this is true because it's people's personal stories about meeting him. But it really reassured me that he is a good-hearted person. https www.reddit.com/r/ascriddit/comments/5d8zoop/serious_people_have_met_co/with_donald/. He pisses off our politics for my amusement. Left the TPP and tweets up a storm which increases transparency. America won't all of a sudden deliver some freedom to Libya, insert new country, without us knowing about it. Actually tries to leave Syria instead of posturing. Audited the damn Pentagon. I'm surprised this thread hasn't been locked yet.